Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this channel. Oh, actually, I shouldn't be saying that. This is going to be on a different channel. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the new channel that I'm going to be starting concerning all game replays related material. This is obviously an offshoot of Dario Studios, which is my informal gaming channel. And seeing as I'm wanting to now come back and cast regularly, I thought I should give it the respect it deserves and portray this as more of a professional sort of content farm, I guess. Or I guess that's what it's going to be, or whatever. But regardless, yes, I wanted to start things off very quickly by explaining what this is. As I said, this is going to be anything game replays related. I'm going to be starting on Cade's Wrath, maybe working up to Red Alert 3 and other games on game replays and posting replays of their casting tournament games or anything that I could get my hands on, essentially. So forgive me for being a little bit rusty and perhaps not really using my choice of words very well. It has been a while, so I obviously haven't done this in years, but I shouldn't think this would be too difficult to get back into. But with that out of the way, I do want to discuss a little thing before we start having a look at some juicy replays over on the site. And I want to bring to your attention the new update for C&C Online. This has been talked about a few days ago with the release of the big update with the entire C&C franchise. What has essentially happened, in case you are not aware, 4 games from the Command & Conquer franchise have had their source code released, which I believe is Tiberian Dawn, Red Alert 1, Renegade, and Generals, plus 0 Hour. I consider 0 Hour to be an expansion, not its own separate game, even though it may have been sold as a separate disc, but I digress. Those games have had all the source code released, and for Red Alert 3, Tib Wars, and Cade's Wrath, I think EA has put out a modding support pack with all the schema and everything. I should have links down in the description, describing in more detail what they've actually done, but what is essentially happening with this now, which is the most important I want to cover, is the new C&C Online update. They have put forward a numerous amount of features that wasn't available previously, and they have made the entire experience better. So as you can see, I already have it open. If you're wanting to know how to get this dialog box open on your system to update it, just go onto C&C Online if you have the old version, and go onto, there should be like help, I think, and check for updates. And then once you've clicked that, you should find this dialog box here, and it briefly explains what it's about. It's going to be the Tacitus launcher now, and this is going to introduce a number of different features. For example, you don't need to hook the program to the game, which is always very, very good, and it means that it also introduces a lot of quality of life fixes. But I won't go into too much detail about that. I'm just going to direct you through the installation process. I've expressly not done this for the purposes of this video, so I'm going to install this update because it is actually necessary to install this to be able to play multiplayer in any of the games that C&C Online covers, which is, I believe, Red Alert 3, Tiberian Wars, or Cade's Wrath. So I install update, and it will bring me to a website that will give me a download, which is an exe. Should be ccotacitusinstaller.exe. You can't see this, but I'm downloading it right now. It'll just take a second. There we go. And here we go, the Tacitus setup. So it's very, very simple. You quickly read through this. This is, again, just to update C&C Online to the newest patch. And it will not, like C&C Online, it will not work without Tacitus. You cannot play multiplayer without this new update, now that all the games have been updated, including stuff with the Steam Workshop, where they're allowed to publish maps and stuff like that. But anyway, click Next. Have a look through the EULA here, and then accept it. Click Next. Then it'll install for all the games. I will also include Tib Wars. Well, I don't think I can. That's interesting. That's probably because Tib Wars is kind of outdated, which is understandable. But yeah, I would obviously put that down for Tib Wars. But I have Cade's Wrath, Red Alert 3. I'll install it there. and then it should do it automatically. And once this is finished, you will then be allowed to play multiplayer. Obviously, if you encounter any issues, I suggest you go to the C&C Online Discord server and open a ticket so that some tech support agent will be able to help you with your issue, because I know that the transition from the old C&C Online / version of the game, especially for Cade's Wrath and Red Alert 3, wasn't that smooth while integrating all of these new features like the Steam Workshop and all of that. So there may still, my point is that there may still be some issues even after the release of this software, but fear not, because the community has been working tirelessly to get this in tip-top condition. And if you encounter any issues, I'm sure somebody will be able to help you on the Discord server. The link is in the description, by the way. So if you're wanting to take some screenshots of your issue, post it there. I'm sure you'll get something, get some help over on that Discord server. But yes, something I should also say is that you'll need Microsoft Visual C++ 2015 to 2022. I'm sure there'll be some download link included in there if it's not found on your system, which is fine. But yeah, once this all gets done and run through, then you'll have it ready and you'll be able to play multiplayer. And now I'm just uninstalling the previous version of C&C Online because there is no point in keeping it. It is entirely obsolete and it is inferior in favor of the newer Tacitus version. So yeah, just I will click OK to restart the applications, just to make sure that they work, and there we go. Tacitus should now be installed. There we go. So I believe I already have the 4 gig patch somewhere, but I'm just going to install it as well. You may have this dialog pop up. This is just to allow the game to run a bit smoother with more units and stuff happening in the game, because this is, I believe, a 32-bit game, so it really can't handle a lot happening, even though it's an RTS game, which is quite insane. But yeah, there you go. It's really, really simple. MedStar's 4 gig patch, quite a lifesaver. Right, let's see if this works. Hey, there we go. Okay, so as you can see, now with Tacitus being installed, I am able to access online multiplayer. And okay, again, I will show you real quick if you don't know. To gain access to the multiplayer, you hover over multiplayer, the button in the middle here, and go to online, the second option, and then you log in with your details. Your details will be on your C&C Online account that you made. It should be the same. There should be nothing else changed. It should be the same things that should be used. For example, the website will tell you which username and password to use. I believe it's for the EA account name, it'll be the one that you signed up with, and not your email. The email is for Red Alert 3. The password should be the same regardless. So you click, once you've entered the right details, you click login, and there we go. So hopefully this has been informative for you. And now that I've solved this correctly, I hope, this should be quite an easy thing for you to do as well. Again, the installation process is very, very simple, and I suggest you do it because you won't ever be able to access online multiplayer if you don't. But fear not, you don't need to hook it, as you can see. And obviously this is a nice step up, considering that there's also a lot of other features that have been put into this online installer that I'm not going to talk about just yet, but I do have the details of such additions in the description below using a few links there. So now I'm going to wrap up me rambling all this time. Thank you very much for watching, and the next video should be a lovely, lovely little cast. It should be in a couple of weeks at most, while I get everything together. And what I'm going to be doing is it's going to be a weekly thing. Hopefully I will either be covering just a tournament series, or I'll be covering a tournament series and a one-off. But we'll see what happens. It should at the very least be a weekly upload schedule. Yeah, actually, yeah, it should be Wednesday, 2 p.m. GMT. You can convert that to your time frame. But regardless, that's going to be it from me for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this has been informative. And again, if you have any issues with Tacitus, then go onto the C&C Online Discord. I'm sure that you'll get some support there. But that's it from me. See you in the next cast. Cheers.